How scary it would be if you hide in the endless darkness. There's a species that's trying, intend to take over our entire Earth. But maybe this will scare you even more. Try to imagine it. If those evil creatures, what about the ultimate disguising ability? That is, even though they're right next door, you can't recognize them either. They manipulate our lives. It's going to change the entire future of humanity. If you're a frequent social media user, you've probably heard of this scary animal. They're associated with terrifying conspiracy theories. They're celebrities. We are in control of this planet. They're reptilian reptiles. The scary reptilian. Does it really exist on the planet? Are we living or not? They're dressed as celebrities to control the Earth, or what? What they want from us. Let's find out in today's video. Before embarking on a journey of discovery about the creepy reptile human race, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support this knowledge channel. Now let's start the journey. What kind of animals are reptilians? Theories about this species. It may have appeared as early as the Summer civilization. It exists on Earth. These are the surviving reliefs of an advanced civilization about many strange things, the best on our planet. If you look at this image, what do you see? Isn't its shape identical to that of a human? The head, or more specifically the face. It's like a lizard. This is what modern humans find in a civilization. It's been around for thousands of years now. It's a very advanced and mysterious civilization. The Summer civilization, set in about 4,500 years before Christ. It's one of the earliest civilizations in human history. The Summer, known, was the first to settle in southern Mesopotamia over 7,000 years ago. We are always proud. It's the most advanced generation in human history, but most of the knowledge and technology that we have today, it all started in the ancient world. Of these, Summer's people have contributed countless inventions, but without them, there won't be us today. They left a lot of evidence of development, culture and technology, remarkable progress, like the first wheeled vehicles, writing systems or starting codes. The question is, why Summer people thrive, even since ancient times? And a number of theories say that Summer is aided by aliens. A race far more advanced than humans at the time appeared to help a lot. The mythology of Summer. They talk about ancient creatures from heaven. It's called Anunnaki. These gods, it is said to have cared for and guided mankind, the civilization. The Summers claim that there are 300 Anunnaki on Earth, and 300 Anunnaki have positions higher than the governor. These Anunnaki are shown in the reliefs, or statue. They are taller than ordinary people, head like a snake or reptile, round and long-shaped instrument-type handle, and the descriptions that the Summers left behind. That's exactly what we want to describe about reptilian. There are two theories about reptilians' appearance. The first theory, it is thought that reptilian advanced. It evolved on Earth millions of years ago, and venturing into space. Millions of years later, that is, in the Summer, they just returned to Earth, and their purpose is probably clear. They want to help people grow faster. With advanced techniques, they control the Earth. Theodosia Sitchin, a famous author of books related to human origin, Anunnaki. It's the author who built the pyramids and all the other massive structures from all over the ancient world. According to many researchers, people at that time, it's impossible to build great old buildings. Long live the dust of time. If there is no advanced technology from highly intelligent races. In the second theory, the reptilian is believed to have come to Earth from the constellation Draco after a long journey across the galaxy. On this new planet, they assimilate the rulers and brought the ancient world into the Enlightenment. Some of them are associated with humans and give birth to extraordinary species, the species that contributed to the Egyptian pyramids. Most of the theories describe reptilian is a hybrid-shaped species, from the body to the neck like a human, but the face is reptilian. They're taller than normal people, and superior knowledge. It's what's supposed to create ancient civilizations. Some people even go further, by hypothetically suggesting that major religions from the Middle East such as Christianity, Islam, Jewish, it's all related to reptilian. All theories lead to an assertion that reptilian it exists in the form of a human, complete, hidden deep under the cold artificial skin. It's these creepy, reptile scales. That's what makes the species reptilian get noticed a lot. Maybe it's because of the conspiracy theories that claim one of them are hiding in the form of politicians or celebrities that we're seeing every day on TV. These creatures, it doesn't directly affect humans. They make us slaves by violence. Maybe they're using a more subtle way, more patient throughout the course of history. Maybe for many people, this is nothing more than a sarcastic joke. But there are also many who believe that reptilian really exists, who believe in this conspiracy theory. It's often based on historical evidence, myths that have been around for a long time in the culture of the regions, or compelling archaeological evidence. As the internet grows stronger and stronger, that's when the mysterious stories come out. The conversation is more exciting than ever. But the stories of these reptiles has been mentioned before, 100 years. The press is just a common source of information. That's a story that happened on January 29, 1934. The Los Angeles Times reported that an engineer named George Warren Saffoe has conducted a geological survey beneath the city, especially down Foxmore Hill, with the help of a radio X-ray machine. It was one of the most modern devices at the time. This man has discovered a labyrinth with the roads and the catacombs deep underground. Of his photographs, it shows the walls of solid gold, along with the vast underground passages, more than 30 meters underground. So what does this have to do with reptiles? Really? Theo George Warren Saffoe. This maze is exactly the same shape as a lizard. To learn more about the locals, George Warren Saffoe knew that this maze, it's directly connected to an urban legend. It's been around for a long time in Los Angeles, about the lizards. According to this legend, the reptiles, he's the owner of the underground city, 5,000 years old, unfathomable wealth, with monolithic sheets of cloth, contains the origins of civilization, humanity, waiting for a savvy treasure hunter to discover. Super race, the reptile is thought to be related to the Maha, people fleeing from a rainstorm, catastrophic meteor, and create some communities. They live along the Pacific coast, who are called lizards, with advanced intelligence and technology, to the extent they're using mysterious chemicals to dig a network. There are 285 tunnels, fully equipped with large rooms. They're big enough to house 1,000 families, living off of food and water, placed there by the tribe. This seemingly absurd story was an Indian. Hoppy told George Warren Saffoe in 1933. The whole city is underground. It's shaped like a lizard, stretching from Elion Park, the head of the lizard. Go to the Central Library. Today it's the tail of a reptile. Saffoe swore that he discovered the exact location of the tunnel, huge with rooms with large floor area and 16 gold vaults, minus one of them, by using his radio X-ray machine. He made this map of the paths below Formo Hill surface. The excavation of the treasure has officially begun, with the permission of the city council, but obviously, to really find a treasure has long been hidden by the transcendent wisdom. It's not easy at all. This search is a real challenge, and for modern people, with advanced science and technology. The rocks are thick and muddy, plus groundwater. It's a really big challenge. Some experts claim The digging must reach a depth of 300 meters, although the Suffel has dug 75 meters, but he still couldn't find the gold or the tunnels. When winter turns to spring, the digging stopped because the capital was running out. The stories in the newspapers disappeared. It also drifts into oblivion because there's no new information coming out. And according to many, the remains of a mysterious reptile, along with their giant gold vaults that are still there, in the dark, right under the city of Los Angeles, full of bustle and bustle. By George Warren Subfell, there's a whole new set of conspiracy theories that have emerged. Right after that, Maris Doriel, an American occultist, wrote a book, Description of a Human Race, but the head is like a big snake. These cockroaches have been around for a long time, even from prehistoric times. They died after a violent war. The information seems impermanent. This punishment has a huge impact on the conspiracy theorist, David X. The stories that David X had were completely different, but it's still based on old legends. He came up with a theory that a lizard-like race came to Earth from another star. They live underground, in the bases, scattered all over our planet. Outside the thick skin, the scales of reptiles, it's a smooth layer of human skin. They, disguised and blended into our lives. They're dressed up, people who have great influence in the world, the people who missed, they turned themselves into people of blood, royalty in the rich and powerful dynasties. Even David X said that they're secretly eating people, or do even more formidable things. Who believe in the conspiracy theory claim that we've been human for thousands of years, have had direct encounters with this animal. That is, sometimes they show up in their original form. It's an animal with a lizard-like head, but the human body. Evidence of this encounter, it's kept in works of art, sculpture from ancient times, or in legends from ancient times. One of the most obvious proofs for the survival of mankind, reptiles are statues of unknown origin, existed from the New Furniture era in Iraq, has been mentioned by us above. People at that time, I certainly can't use my imagination to make things like that. Maybe it's what the eyes see, the ears. New stone statues were born. Archaeologists call them the lizard people statues. The archaeologists have found some Ubaid lizard figurines in Iraq, mainly by Anubedu and Eridu. According to the experts, these statues are from the pre-Summer civilization, Ubaid people. The age of the Cubate existed from 5900 to 4000 BC. That's why these statues, it attracted the attention of experts and the public. It's because of their shape. Specific. The statues found here all have something in common. It's a human face. But there are many similarities with lizards. It's an elongated head. The eyes are like small coffee beans with a flat nose. All the statues are in position, and there's not many styles. Some experts agree, these statues are not like statues of gods. Animal heads like Rome or ancient Egypt. A view that these statues depict a race of lizards, little known. There's even a hypothesis. These statues depict aliens, in the shape of a lizard, by the people of that time. It's impossible to imagine the richness of things, to be so crazy. There is also a view that Ubaid people used to practice deforming the skull. This can make their heads have these characteristics. It's like a lizard. So far, when the scientific level, humanity's technology has reached its pinnacle, the scientists haven't been able to decipher the secret about 7,000-year-old lizard man statues with the weird head. Hey, there's one thing in common with most legends, the origin of civilizations. It's that their gods are mostly reptiles. The serpent in the Garden of Eden where Adam and Eve lived. Actually, it's also a human-like race, before being punished by God. Or in South Asian mythology, there's a demigod named Naga. They're creatures with snake bodies and human heads, or vice versa. Or there's a crazy theory that says Alexander the Great was the son of a dragon god. You'll probably remember, as in the legend of the dragon, Vietnam's fairy, from the first lessons. If so, Lac Long Quan is a dragon under the sea. There are also scales. Isn't it also a reptile race? In short, all of this proves one thing: the similarities in the legend. In the regions, they're all referring to a half-human, half-reptile creature, thousands of years ago. When the geographic distances are so remote, it's what gets in the way of all the information. When people-to-people communication networks, it's confined to a certain area. It's clear, these coincidences are not coincidences. This proves that maybe humans have interacted with reptilians a long time in the past. So if they actually exist, what is the reptilian conspiracy? Is it true? We want to turn people living on this earth, slave or not. There are many different theories about how these reptiles subjugate the human race. According to some people, Anunnaki in mythology Summer has modified the DNA gene structure of primates to enslave them as they please. Some others think that reptilian, it's simply reconstructing the structure of the human brain. According to the legend of Summer, this plot of reptilian has been named Enki, a god who came to Earth from other places about Anunnaki wreck. Enki frees people from slavery to Anunnaki by revealing a secret to them. But we don't know what the secret is. People still believe today that the reptilian exists somewhere on this earth. They're even creeping into human society in the form of powerful figures, as a politician, a member of the royal family, or a plutocrat. Some of the more well-known questions may be Queen Elizabeth II and George Bush. Reptilian seeks to control the world, poisoning of human food, as well as distracting them through politics and war. Let's try this video. Maybe it'll startle you. The Queen's eyes. Doesn't it look like reptiles? Plus, the Queen, it's almost rare when removing gloves before the media, and many people think that you do that is to cover up my scary reptile skin. Or the boss of Facebook, social network with more than 2.99 billion users globally. It's also said to be one of the reptiles, full of power, in the world, humanity, in nearly 3 billion social network users. Facebook, by Mark Zucker, there will be you and me in it. You've probably seen the magic of Facebook many times, because of what you just thought in your head, or talking to friends, will be immediately found on the message board. Or even now, human, we're becoming more dependent on them. It means we're friends, chat, or exchange all through this platform. This is not Mark Zuckerberg. It's controlling more than 3 billion people on Earth. Or what? The secrets of reptiles. It's always around us. But until now, there's still no really definitive evidence. To understand this secret, we need to go back to the afterlife. The first war in Germany in 1932, when Hitler came to power in Nazi Germany and failed to overthrow the federal government. When he was arrested while awaiting trial, he read the novel of Buvelitum. It's called Gu, The Power of the Camping Race. Talk about a superior race. These creatures are called Fruya. They declare they're descended from the ancient Atlantic people, have access to a special power called Fru. It's an endless source of energy, can provide for all kinds of their needs, and can be completely controlled by will. Hitler believed that what is written in the novel is true. Ever since he became Chancellor of Germany, he sent someone to search and digging all over the caves in Europe to find the Rauya. He also sent an expedition to Asia, and especially Tibet. It's only when the explorers make a connection about the Tibetan Lamas influence they know there's a road system, large underground tunnels and caves around the world. Legend has it that there are lamas guarding the secret gate to the underground world. It's called the Red Door, hidden inside the Potala Palace in Lhasa. When the Tibetan Lama Nazi League was formed, the lamas agreed to tell them that for centuries, they've got help from a race, the native lizard, living deep underground since prehistoric times. It's known as the real lizard. It seems like this lizard knows a military base, abandoned from the age of ancient Atlantis. It's full of planes, ancient technical weapons. It's hidden inside the tunnels, and caves in Antarctica. Lizards don't use technology, but they're willing to trade for other things they want. Lizards like to eat raw people, and so a deal was made. The dormitory received the techniques of the ancient Atlantic and sold out humanity. But according to people who believe in conspiracy theories, it's not the first time lizards trade with humans. They say that for centuries, the royal families, those who hold national power, and religious leaders around the world, there's been a secret treaty with this evil lizard. The world leaders, they will receive valuable resources buried deep underground, like gold gemps and other mines. In exchange, they hide the existence of the real. It also has to provide a steady stream of people. Feed them. It's when people who know this mystery don't just hide the real truth. They're hiding a bigger secret. It's the existence of a race of parasites. The real, anomalous biological ability is to invade muscle, human body, control the brain and access the victim's memory. They can consider action, appearance, like the people they possess in every way. After a while to wake up, the victim can resume normal activities, except for the brain. It's now completely controlled by the real parasite. It's like the classic 1956 sci-fi movie, Vision of the Body's Natures. Residents of a small town in California, to be replaced, one by their own copies. Is this movie a warning? Whether we've been invaded by them or not, the only problem is that we don't know that. And those in power, or the leading rich in society, we are also victims of this parasite. Real has completed the elimination of important people and replaced them. It's a scary race. Take the form of a human. They are everywhere. At all levels of government, military, bank, law enforcement, media, and entertainment journalist. According to the description, the real lizard has a spout on the top of his head. They use it to spit out a concentrated cerebrospinal fluid, then this liquid enters the body. It's going through the eye and from there to the brain. It's a metabolic chemical. Immediately start to act. The basic victim is dead. It allows real parasites on people and completely master the functions of the brain. After a while, the victim will come back to life. But now it's the real master of the body. It restores normal activities. He looks and acts exactly like that person. Normal time. Illuminati, a secret society. There are many conspiracy theories that claim they're in control of the entire world. Are there reptiles that are dressed as humans, or not? At the dawn of the internet era, cyberspace has been flooded with information about Illuminati, a mysterious organization that people, according to conspiracy theories, it's the ambition to create a new world order, or a totalitarian world government. Some of them are members of the secret society. Illuminati has religious political leadership. Movie actor, pop star. Beyonce Katy Perry is the one. Madonna is quite interested in this, and they've never denied the rumors. Although it sounds unbelievable, Illuminati theory has no less credibility, loyalty, especially in the United States and China. Her survey Biznet Insider found 15% of American gestures. That's equivalent to 30 million people. If you take the 2016 presidential election, believe that Illuminati exists. Conspiracy theory suggests that the Illuminati used reptiles to possess many. All over the world, Illuminati plans to use Real's unusual parasitic abilities to carry out their dark plans for the future. They also use them to eliminate competitors, block the way, and replace them with an Illuminati agent. Real may have always aspired to be the human. They admired the intelligence and perfection of the inheritance. They want to crawl off the ground, to enjoy the light, and travel between people without anyone noticing. But they're not people. And there's no human emotion. They're cold-blooded villains. I enjoy watching others get hurt and hurt. Maybe Real's possession of the human body, it's not a one-on-one thing. Day 2, they've been doing this since prehistoric times. Even in ancient times, the reptile owner is said to directly related the destruction of a civilization, advanced to strange. It's called Atlantis. They control the bodies of the people in power here. They destroy each other with advanced weapons. And that's what caused the tsunami and the earthquake. That's what makes a civilization. even beyond the wisdom of modern humans, permanently buried in the ocean. The axe has infiltrated human society. They're targeting individuals in the upper class, leadership, the people of the royal family, the religious leaders. Once in power, the real will try to convince people to worship them, and sometimes as gods. Sometimes they are monsters. They make people afraid and obey, without the slightest doubt. If as a god, they're asking people to sacrifice them in the royal ceremonies of honor. In these rituals, those they possess will have honor. He was chosen and became a god. People don't understand biology. It can control its brain. I thought he was a mystic. There's some conversion magic. As a monster, they're terrifying to humans. The ancient legends warn people shouldn't go to caves or some scary mountain. Propaganda that when the night falls, they'll guard and steal children and pets. When Brown enters someone's body, they will be considered haunted and need to be expelled. In the 1940s, the secret treaty between real and Nazi Germany was signed. They became allies of each other. The Nazi condition was asking the lizard for help, the way to unrivaled energy. This includes the construction of military bases deep inside the earth, all over the world. This allows the lizards to interact with each other directly about people. Not even a few people think that. The horrific massacre that the Nazis committed with the Jews. There's also direct reptilian intervention. The Holocaust genocide was a bloody disaster for humanity in general, or the Jews in particular. This genocide, it cost the lives of 6 million Jews. That's 2/3 of the Jewish population in Europe in World War II. Former American journalist David X, the man we mentioned at the beginning of the video, also confirmed the people behind the genocide. Holocaust is a cold-blooded reptilian. However, all of this information about human watchdogs, to date, it hasn't really been clearly proven. The story of George Warren Suffolk's geological survey in Los Angeles, although it was successful, it caught the attention of many people around the world. It also reinforces the conspiracy theory related to humans, creepy reptiles, but so far, no evidence has been presented yet. In fact, although a map of the old underground city has been published, but so far, why? There's not a single photo of the catacombs yet, or the underground city, or gold sculptures. It contains human history. What about maybe all the stories that George Warren Suffolk told? It's just a mess to get people's attention for his invention. At that time only, or even the lizard people statues. It's been claimed by archaeologists before. It's probably not a new race. I mean, maybe they're normal people, too, but he's wearing a mask to perform a ritual. We've cast doubt on the statues. Maybe it's because, the modern man, there's really very little understanding of the old days. The thick dust of time has kept the truth sealed. Or maybe we're overdoing it. All that the statue shows, it's just an art style. It's the style of our ancestors. But maybe it's true that, if indeed Reptile exists in practice, we're still temporarily safe. If this reptile wants to enslave humanity, maybe they've been doing it for a long time. When people don't have knowledge and understanding, that is the age of darkness, wouldn't it be easier for slavery to happen? Maybe reptiles just want to observe humans. There's no deep conspiracy or evil. When there is no concrete evidence, it's all just an interesting thought. It only stimulates people's curiosity. And you, do you believe in the existence of this creature or not? Don't forget to leave a comment below. The universe is full of mysteries waiting for us. See you on the next journey. On this knowledge channel, have a nice day with your family.